Hey guys, it's Dima from Martial Club. Today I want to talk about a very interesting, maybe controversial subject. It has to do with Kung Fu. It has to do with the dark side of Kung Fu, or the internal side of Kung Fu. I say dark because it gets a little creepy at a certain point, but those of you who are subscribed to Martial Club may have seen a video a couple back called The Real Life Iron Fist. And in that video we explored Iron Palm, and that is one of the first intermediate levels of internal Kung Fu that allows you to do like uncanny abilities like break bricks. But for those of you who are impressed by that, thank you. But that's actually just the tip of the iceberg. It goes way deeper than that. So there's actually a whole realm of internal Kung Fu, and it goes really, really deep. So beyond Iron Palm, which is just a very intermediate skill, you can condition other parts of the body to be hard like iron. You can condition iron head, iron arm, iron vest, iron broom. You can basically condition the whole body to be hard as iron. But it goes even beyond that. Through the extended practice of Qigong or Neigong, you can start to develop some really seemingly unnatural abilities. What's the craziest I've seen? Well, if you go on YouTube, or if you've seen Ripley's Believe It or Not, there's a master, Zhou Tingjue. He's actually one of my Sifu's. He learned a lot of Qigong from him. My Sifu also went to him for healing. Master Zhou is known for a very special ability. He can heat things to like almost boiling, 200 degrees Fahrenheit with his hands, and he doesn't need to touch it. And he's really famous for this demonstration where he puts a piece of foil in a wet cloth, and he'll put it in your lap and he'll heat it right in front of you, and you'll feel it get hot in your lap. And he's done this over and over again. It's actually made him very famous. I've heard of ways that might be fake. Like I've heard very plausible explanations how he might use chemistry to induce that effect. And whether it's true or not, I don't know. I have seen it with my eyes. I have seen like the paper heat up. I have seen it steam. But it could be fake. I don't know. What I have seen that I know is not fake is a demonstration he pulled with my Sifu. He put a stack of bricks, 9 bricks high, and he put my Sifu's head in between it, and he sent a crack right through it. So you can actually see this on YouTube. 2 bricks on the floor, my Sifu's head, and then 7 bricks up. He took a sledgehammer and sent it all the way through the stack of bricks, through my Sifu's head, broke the bottom 2 bricks, and my Sifu was fine. And that was all through head conditioning that he had my Sifu go through up until that event. So I know that to a certain extent, Qigong does produce some kind of effect on the body, and it is pretty amazing. Now, what's the craziest thing I've heard of? I know that at a certain point, internal martial arts gets spiritual in nature. I've heard of people signing contracts to spirits in exchange for supernatural power. I know that sounds crazy, but I've heard of it, and I've also heard of people like, you know, having freaky experiences, like getting possessed. I've heard of people who are like able to move objects like several feet away, and at a certain point I've heard of these very same people starting to hear voices, and long story short, they're in mental institutes now.
Or dead, right?
Or dead. Yeah, I've heard of crazy things. So basically the point of the story is martial arts goes really, really deep into realms that we know very little about, and if you happen to be on this path, be very careful. You know, you might go to a certain point and get lost. You know, like Ryu in Street Fighter, he turns into evil Ryu because he taps into the Dark Hado. There is some truth to that. There is some truth to that. And I guess the lesson can be both physical and spiritual. When you practice martial arts, it gives you great power. And at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you're going to use that power for good or bad. So that's the moral of the story. Martial arts can be used for good or bad. Internal, external. It can give you great abilities, but that great ability comes with great responsibility, right? I believe that martial arts can be used to kill, and martial arts can be used to heal. There's a time to destroy, and there's a time to create. And I think at the end of the day, you have to decide to use martial arts for good. Martial arts are there to better yourself, better other people, and that's what we here at Martial Club believe. So I think I've done enough chin scratching for now, so I'm going to use that to wrap up this video. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to Martial Club, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, support us on Patreon. Thank you, Andy. Your nipples are very pointy. If you like Martial Club shirts, you can buy them at bigcartel.com. Be sure to copy yourself one before they're all gone. And keep your eyes on our channel. There are crazy videos about to drop, and you do not want to miss it. And with that, I'm Dima, Martial Club, out.